get to Nimble Cloud, HTTPS. The good part is that the only part of Nimble Cloud that's available for the public to probe on is HTTPS, which is port 443. We can lock this down so that only US domestic and or if you want VPN clients can get to it. So we can lock this down pretty tightly where only geographically known clients can come in. So as you can see, I'm going to log into the domain and my password. Then all you do is download this app, which the RDP app would be part of the App Store in the on Mac or Windows. So you can see I have the latest one. I think it's 10. Let's see. Windows RDP. I'm sorry, it's this one. So remote desktop 10, right? So all you do is click on that and it'll open, you log in. You can close this window, that's all, right? All you need is the remote desktop. So you can see it's securing, confirming the certificate, and we are in. So the good part is that you're browsing from a desktop that is already been set up. So let me close out my windows just so that we can have a clean. The good part about this desktop is you'll be able to download quite quickly. So you're looking at 700 megabits per second right now from my quote-unquote desktop. So when I'm working internationally or from a random hotspot, I'm still getting this kind of speed, right? As well as you can see the apps that I run are all open no matter what, no matter where I am. Okay, so, and then if you go to speed test, let's say. So any internal app or any folder that you're browsing, right? So I can see all of my files here. And there's no information on this laptop that I'm working on. So if I were to lose this laptop, the good part is that I'm not going to be worried about any information that's on this laptop's hard drive because nothing will be visible to the public because technically on this laptop there's nothing. And if you did lose your laptop, we can lock the remote desktop session down. Right, so you're looking at hundreds of megabits per second upload and download. So when we back up or when we start pushing files pushing files around the internet, it's a lot faster. Okay, and then now I'll show you what the desktop looks like. So all you gotta do is close this out, and this is my Mac desktop. Okay, closing this. I shut down my laptop, or let's say I come back to the office. This is now my work desktop. We can also handle multiple monitors, but this is a 27-inch iMac. So because I've already downloaded the app, and this is my daily workstation, I just have to click on my app. It'll go and make the secure connection. I have to log in. Once it secures the connection, I can actually close this and go here. Once the connection is secure, I get to see what I was working on my laptop. So as you can see, the resolution's a lot higher, right? So I can move this here, and I'm gonna get the same bandwidth. So even if I did, let's see, speak easy, speed test. Right, let's say start my test. So we're getting 500 to 600 megabits per second. Now, let's show you how fast that, I mean, in practicality, let's say, for example, this is a 173 megabyte file. Let's see here. So you're getting 700 by 700. And, you know, again, speed tests vary because it's internet based. You can see you need about 256 kilobits per second per user on a spike just to have a desktop. That's recommended. Ideally, we get 1 megabit per user, but again, that's just a high budget. So testing, upload. So this is a Google Photos. Let's try and upload almost, let's say 190 megabytes, right? So you can tell I have two full-size browsers, right? And we'll be uploading right now. We're uploading at 356 megabits per second, which there's no way you're going to get that at an office for multiple users right now for the cost. So there, we're uploaded, right? Now, if you want to see resolution, what is my browser? So you can see the browser is actually full size, and so the 2560 by 1440 is my full iMac. The browser itself is 1264 by 1312. So you can see how big the resolution is. And again, we can run apps from here. So what's good is, you know, if you have your Outlook, you don't have to download it everywhere. If there's an update, we can update from a centralized location, right? For example, if we wanted to, we can add a PDF writer. And this would be available to all users. So it doesn't matter what computer I'm using, right? I can get all my access to all my my files. Okay. So we wanted to demonstrate that the bandwidth from the server on the upload is really good. So if you have good bandwidth on the download at the remote sites, you could house training videos on your server to show internally without having people record it or having to download it, right? So if you, let's say you upload hours of training videos or wanted to watch YouTube from your remote desktop. If you wanted to watch YouTube from your remote desktop, you can.
So let's see what we got going on.
In China, people use mobile services owned by Alibaba and Tencent to do almost everything. They chat, shop,
so resolution can go a little higher,
and even make purchases in physical stores.
And you can see the bandwidth required for that.
So here's the scary thing for American finance executives. The banks never get a cut. In fact, many Chinese don't even have bank accounts. China is among the growing number of countries showing that payments can happen cheaply and easily without banks or credit cards.
So you're looking at 11 megabits per second.
In contrast, U.S. consumers still rely on banks for most of their purchases. Even mobile payments made through apps like Apple Pay, Uber, or Venmo are tied to users' cards or bank accounts. That all adds up to a feast of thieves for many of the companies that handle and process payments. For a typical $100 credit card purchase in the U.S.,
just to show you,
$97.25 goes to the merchant, and the rest is split between issuing banks, payment
so this is pushing the server quite a bit because it's
and card networks.
downloading
Those small slices add up
at
to
600
billions of
megabits per
dollars
second.
for
It'll
banks every
upload
year.
really quick.
If apps were to grab market share in the U.S.
as well as
at
it's
roughly
streaming
the same
video.
rate as they have in China, banks would lose a projected $43 billion in revenue from one of their most profitable businesses. And that's not the end of it. Banks also generate revenue by dispensing cash and administering checking accounts. If payment apps were to replace paper money...
So just to show you like the consistency, we use this cat because it's very repetitive. audio wise and video, so you can see the stream. Sorry. So you can see the streaming quality and the consistency, because this is the desktop you'd be working on. Okay, that's it.